What's up guys, Blade Master here with yet another Total War Rome 2 online battle replay. This is another game in the Big Blade Balance tournament. This is fought between Jaw and Carrot Cake, and this is in round 1. This is round 1, game 1 of course. And since it's round 1, it's fought in Mons Regius. Jaw has taken Syracuse against a Suebi force led by Carrot Cake. So we see some more really top tier factions being used in Blade Balance tournament very early on. Suebi, of course, I highly rate it, especially after my experiences with Trimalchio. Just taking a quick look if this is the Arya Vistas General. It is the Arya Vistas General brought by Carrot Cake. Syracuse is, of course, a very strong faction if you bring the right units. The Mercenary Companion Cav, of course, are a definite force to be reckoned with and can absolutely pummel any Suebi infantry with their now slightly heavier mass, since all cavalry have 16% increase to mass, and the fact that they have a 10 bonus versus infantry, it makes them massive infantry killers. But of course, the Suebi also have tools in their disposal. They have the Warden Spears, who are, I think, in my opinion, the deadliest spear unit against cavalry. But they can be flattened by cavalry. They won't necessarily die in one charge, and if they get a good precursor volley off and they get their cavalry counter tactics on at the right instant, then they will destroy any cavalry, I think. So the biggest opportunity that that Syracuse have in defeating Suebi are in pikes, in my opinion. And of course, Jaw's brought 4 of them. He's brought 4 pikemen, and he's using them very smartly. This poses impassable terrain, which means he's going to be able to put 2 pikes and cover, a much larger area of the map, because he doesn't need to be afraid of Suebi attacking this side. It also means that this pike can actually come in much quicker and try and defend the flanks easier. So he's brought 4 pikemen here, and he's actually removing pike phalanx on 2 of his pikemen so that they can raise their shields, which is actually a very smart move, because pikemen, all pike units have got a 5% less missile block chance now. So using every little bit of advantage that they can get, such as this, is going to be very critical for him to make sure his pikes are okay. And he wants his pikes to have the full strength, 150 men, so that they can form up properly, and it's not like if they had like 50 or 60 men, then they'll be basically useless. So this could be very interesting. He might just make like a little defensive formation here and thus prevent the Suebi from rear charging him, which could be very interesting. Before we progress with this, let me just take a quick look here. We have a mercenary Italian cav, we've got a couple of citizen cav, and he's got another mercenary Italian cav here. He's got a mercenary veteran hoplite, couple of thorax hoplites, 2 mercenary veteran hoplites, 2 thorax hoplites, 3 thorax hoplites, no, 2 thorax hoplites and 2 mercenary Savnite warriors. And what's his general looking like? His general's over here. It's a Hippeus Lancer general, strangely enough. We've got a Germanic Scout Rider here for Carrot Cake, another Germanic Scout Rider on the other side. Got a Warden Spear that's already engaged mercenary Italian cavalry, so that mercenary Italian cavalry is dead, along with the another Warden Spear. It had hit a longbow hunter pretty significantly. And there are 2 Germanic slingers on Carrot Cake's right flank. We've got a Bloodsworn behind. We've got a Warden Spear up in front here. We've got 2 Club Levy, some Bloodsworn, some Sword Masters, including Sword Master General, Warden Spear, and 2 more Germanic slingers. I noticed at the start of the game that Carrot Cake has slightly broken the rules, because his generals are of course included in any sword limit, and there are max 8 swords and max total 12 infantry, so that makes it 9 swords in the Suebi army and 13 total infantry. So anyways, let's go ahead and press play. This mercenary Italian cavalry is about to get destroyed by these 2 Warden Spears, especially when they try and pull back. They're going to take so much damage because these guys are going to fire their precursors, and this mercenary Italian cavalry is basically dead. I like what Jaw's doing here with the pikemen, but this Warden Spear is about to get a clean charge on mercenary veteran hoplites. They do get a good javelin volley off on the mercenary Italian cavalry. Look at the amount of damage they've taken. It's insane. But this mercenary veteran hoplite also took the brunt of this charge too. So they're now going to pop hoplite phalanx, and here this mercenary Italian cavalry is going to destroy that Bloodsworn on the charge. Smartly done. And this is just brilliant play here by Jaw. He's going to use these pikes exactly in the choke points, and these Club Levy just get flattened by pikemen. They are a low armor, relatively high charge unit, So they are going to be exactly the perfect type of unit that pikes want to attack head on. Warden spears as well. These are very important units that are being used, that are being charged into pikes. So for Jaw, that's perfect. His Citizen Cav have destroyed one of the Germanic Slingers. The Germanic Slingers, I think, were a good idea because there's always the threat of Syracuse bringing Balearic Slingers, but of course Balearic Slingers weren't brought. They were instead, Samnite Warriors were instead favored along with the stronger pike line. Mercenary Italian Cavalry, 29 kills, destroyed a Germanic Slinger, causing all sorts of havoc, but they are losing quite a few men from the Warden spears chasing after them. And this pikeman just proving to be a massive nuisance, not allowing Swaby to overwhelm Syracuse. The best way for Swaby to win would be to overwhelm and then use their fast charge, and now they don't really have any avenues for them to use fast charge. This is absolutely brilliant. This is exactly why I didn't pick Nemedocena in this map pool. Just, it's so refreshing to see pikes used strategically. Just a clear example. He can move his swordmasters this way, but then it's just very staggered lines of staggered small pockets of infantry that are going to face up against his charge, and that's clearly not what the best case scenario is. But on the other hand, the Warden spears are getting gangbanged and destroyed by mercenary veteran Hoplite along with Citizen Cav support, and he's coming in with a rear charge with his Thorax Hoplite there. Beautifully done. And here this Citizen Cav is chasing off, killing off a longbow hunter. Germanic Slinger is being chased off by mercenary Italian cavalry, and there's nothing that Carrot Cake can do right now. I mean, he has his Germanic Slingers. He should be firing into there's a solitary slinger here as well. He should be firing with his Germanic Slingers onto pikes, but they're going to take so much time to kill off pikes. He's going to pop fast charge in now, and I think he's just going to try and bum rush the pikes, which is absolutely the worst thing that you can do against pikes. And yeah, the pikes, they're not even in a very thin formation there, so they're just going to chew through this Bloodstone, especially now that it has fast charge pop. Oh my god, it's going to be bad. The higher the charge bonus and the lower the armor of the unit, the better the pikes are going to do at an instant. So you can see these pikes are just destroying these units. They are very, very strong from the front, so they are going to just rack up the kills now. And meanwhile, he's basically positioned his army this way, so he's using his pikes to such incredible degree here. The only thing better that he can do is to rear charge with his Citizen Cav now, and I don't even think that's a good idea, because then there are these Warden spears that can always come into support. He could just make like a pike sandwich here, but it's going to be too much maneuvering. But this is just looking all sorts of terrible for Carrot Cake. The pikemen here starting to drop. That's because I lowered their melee defense is low, and I've also lowered the pike attack zone, which basically means that some of them will still move in through. But I really love the way pikes are right now. They do a lot of damage from the front, and they don't die easily. They don't die quickly. Slingers are firing in from way behind. Gotten some kills, 27 and 18. I don't think they were on the pikemen, otherwise they would have been very close to a single XP share run by now. But he's going to pop Pride, and the pikemen are dropping. So Jaw's going to bring a mercenary Samnite warrior to help support. But Carrot Cake moving in with all of his units like this is just absolutely not what you want to do against a pike, against Syracuse, and in general against a pike heavy army. You shouldn't let your one pike unit get so many kills. They're just racking up the kills at this point. And meanwhile, the Slingers are firing into Germanic Scout Riders. These are possibly the most strong, the most cost-effective, definitely the most cost-effective Javelin Cavalry unit. Not been used to great degree here by Carrot Cake. The pikemen down to 64 men, still racking up the kills, and now the Hippias Lancer actually taking some damage from the Germanic Slingers, but the Hippias Lancer can actually move in this way and then hit the Germanic Slingers there, and then come in for some very potent rear charges, because he doesn't have to worry about Warden spears really. He's instead going to bring another pikeman here, just strengthen his pike phalanx. And then he's most likely he's not dropped any attack orders on them. So they're just going to stay defensive. Mercenary Samnite Warriors, they are dying. They have gotten a decent number of kills, but they're obviously not going to trade very cost effectively. The Citizen Cav and the Mercenary Italian Cav wiped off the Germanic Scout Rider. The Germanic Scout Rider killed off a Slinger, and now is rear charging a pikeman. Doing decently, 72 kills. This Warden Spear here, still full strength, doesn't know what to do. He should be rear charging this Warden Spear over here. This pikeman. But yeah, this is just a pike sandwich that, the Swaby really don't want to be the filling in this sandwich. Pikemen are starting to drop quickly, but they will get a lot of kills in the process. He's using headhunt on his sword masters. But yeah, look at this pikeman. Where's the other pikeman? The other pikeman's dead? No, the other pikeman has 53 men and has got 285 kills. Brilliantly done. Slinger is here, 55 kills, getting good shots into the rear of some Swaby units. And the Germanic Slingers here coming back. The Warden Aspire successfully chased away some of the Citizen Cav and the Mercy Italian Cav. So Mercy Samnite Warriors got a single XP chevron with the help of their pikes, of course. Now he's going to come in with a rear charge with his Thorax Hoplites against Sword Masters. And he's going to move in. The pike, oh my god, the pike meat grinder is moving in. Pushing. They're going to drop, some of the men are going to drop, but they're going to get more kills as well. Look at that, it's just beautiful to see. Well, beautiful if you're Syracuse. Absolutely painful to see if you're Swaby. So yeah, Sword Masters really can't do much against the pikes. This game is basically won by Jaw, and I think this is an excellent use of tactical of the tactical advantages that Monster GS provides to those who choose to use it. Of course, Carrot Cake could have seen this earlier, and he could have completely split his army into three and then attacked. Been a bit more aggressive. He was not aggressive with his main line, and that I think has basically cost him the game. Fairly comfortable victory for Jaw. Might be regretting the fact that he used a pretty powerful faction in Syracuse, but of course other good factions still remain for him. His pikes have done absolutely brilliantly. Three of his pikes, the pikes have basically won him the game. The Mercenary Italian Cavalry and the Citizen Cavalry were used a bit recklessly, but all in all, you cannot fault him for his excellent use of pikes. He deserved to win this game. Unconventional tactics that were designed for this map, and tactics that at the end of the day worked. So yeah, close victory for Jaw, and well played, very well played. You can see the Mercenary Veteran Hoplites didn't have to do much. Some of the Samnite Warriors weren't used. Some of the Thorax Hoplites weren't. They did very well by rear charging some of the squishy Swaby units. Warden Aspires weren't able to get much at all. And the Sword Masters as well, they just got caught in the pike sandwich, and you just cannot allow your units to get caught like that. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this replay. At the very least, it gave you guys a glimpse of what Monster GS can provide in terms of tactical, in terms of different tactics that you can use, and what pikes can do if you choose to attack them from the front with low armor, high charge units, especially with fast charge pop. Definitely don't want to do that. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this battle replay, and stay tuned for more. Peace.